Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Author DS Spice. Today's manifestation technique is known as move in the direction of expansion. Okay, now step one to this technique is the law of attraction responds to the inner positive self and also the physical part of you. But you know what? The dominant part of you is not the physical part of you, it's your inner self, the inner positive self, which is the greater part of you. This will always be dominating you and this will always win. Okay, so this is what the law of attraction keeps responding to you most of the time. Okay, so that's step one. Now step two is there is a constant powerful calling of well-being towards the expanded version of you, and when you let yourself go to this expanded version of you, you feel good, and when you don't, you feel bad, in the sense that if you allow yourself to go into the extreme expanded version of you, and if you are feeling good, and that is the path that you need to take towards your manifestation, in the sense that if you start feeling, you take a tab on your feelings. If you start feeling bad about it, then that's not your path. If you feel the sense of expansion in your path and you start feeling good about it, that's the path you need to take. So when you feel love and when you feel appreciation, you are going with the flow. And when you feel despair or hatred, you're not. So when you're having these negative emotions, that's not the path. But when you're filled with appreciation, love, and fulfillment, satisfaction, and all that stuff, and that's the path that you need to take forward. Okay, so that is step two. Now, step three. What happens is when you are in despair, you got to immediately start moving in the direction of relief. So, when you get a sudden relief, when you are despair or when you are a bit upset about something, find something immediately to get into the zone of relief, some immediate relief. Okay, so when you are in despair, move in the direction of relief, and that will take you to peace and hope and in the knowing of the manifestation. So whenever you are in alignment, it's fine. When sometimes you are out of alignment, and let's say you are in the emotion of despair, at this point of time, find something to give you immediate relief. So when you get the immediate relief, you get into the peace, and then you get into the hope, and then you get into the knowing of the manifestation, right? So that's the way to go. So that is step three. Now step four is once you find hope, you can move quickly into the better feeling emotions. So once you have this knowing, and once you are in the feeling of hope, peace of mind, and all that stuff, you are in the knowing phase about this manifestation, right? So once you find hope, you can move quickly into the better feeling emotions. When you focus on something, it causes you to go with the stream faster. So what happens is now you were in despair. From despair, you came to relief, and from relief, you moved forward to peace of mind, and then hope, and then the knowing mode, and then you know that the manifestation is about to come. So what's happened now is once you find hope, you can move quickly into all the better feeling thoughts and better feeling emotions. And when you start focusing from that point, focusing on something at that point, this causes you to go with the stream faster. Okay, so you're always downstream, remember that. That's step four. Now step five is your only job is to deal with the vibrational gap between your inner positive self and the physically focused you. So there's always there would be some kind of a gap between who you are and who you have become, or who resides, like the physical part, the inner being part of you, and the physical self of you. There's always a vibration gap, so it's your job is to shrink that gap. Okay, so your only job is to deal with your vibration gap between your inner positive self and the physically focused you. So that's step number 5. Step 6 is everything that you want to manifest is because you believe that by going there your life is going to be better, right? So by having it, you'll feel better is what you generally begin to think. So that's why you want these kind of manifestations to happen. So the larger part of you is calling you eternally towards the better feeling thoughts and emotions. So when you let yourself go, it is a pleasant experience. It'll be a pleasant experience when you are in a mode of expansion, when you are expanding yourself. It's you always begin, you feel the pleasure of having the path that you are treading on. And when you feel pleasure, when you are in hope, when you are happy, when you are elated, when you are in love and appreciation, that's the path to take. So keep a tab on your emotions. Okay. So step 6 is all about everything that you want to manifest is because you believe that by having it, you will feel better. So the larger part of you, the inner being, which is the larger part of you, the dominant part of you, is calling you eternally towards the better feeling. So when you let yourself go, it is indeed a pleasant experience. Okay, so that's step number 6. Now step number 7 is look at something that feels good, something that feels right from your perspective, something that feels good, something that feels right. So feeling good matters. Everything that you want to manifest is the starting point, or the only point is feeling good. Feeling good is what that matters all the time. Feeling good matters so that you can move to the full fruition of who you are and to a new and improved version of you. So feeling good is extremely, extremely important for you to move towards a new and an improved version of you, or come to the full fruition of who you are. Okay, so that's step 7. Now step 8 is you got to get your nose out of all other people's businesses. That's not your business. Whatever happens in anybody's sort of situation, it's not your business at all. You got to get your nose out of it. Okay, you got to not mess with other people's streams. Everybody has their own stream to flow downstream with. So you cannot mess up with anybody else's stream. You focus on your stream. You focus on going downstream. Okay, that's where you should focus on. So don't put your nose anywhere else. Okay, so all of what anyone else is dealing with is none of your business. You must turn your undivided attention to managing your vibrational gap between who you are feeling, who you are letting yourself be, and who your life has become. It's mostly to do with what you are focusing on. What you are focusing on is what you are becoming, right? So when you are focusing on what you want to manifest and letting go of all those things that are bothering, which are other people's business matters or whatever, do not focus on that. Put your undivided attention on what you're looking for, right? And close the gap between the vibrational you, the inner positive self that is there in you, and the what you have become right now. No, you cannot actually close this gap. This gap is always there, but you can shrink the gap. So it's always eternal. It's an always eternal leading path, right? So you can keep on shrinking, narrow this gap between who you are becoming and who you have become. Keep on that should be your focus. Okay, so that's step 8. Now last but not the least, you are your inner positive self in the physical bodies, and in this physical body you are causing the inner positive self to expand, and by paying attention to the way you feel, you can be who you are, and nothing else will be ever satisfying for you. So you got to be satisfied with this. So how you can be satisfied with this? By not putting your nose in other people's business, by giving your undivided attention to what you want and to your feelings. Focus on feeling good. When you are in despair, immediately come to a mode where you are getting some kind of a relief, where there is hope, there is peace, and then come towards the knowing phase of the manifestation. That's how it should be. So you are your inner positive self in the physical bodies, and in this physical body you're causing the inner positive self to expand, and by paying your undivided attention to the way you feel, You can be who you are, and nothing else will be ever satisfying for you. When you are who you are, you will be very, very satisfied with you, isn't it? So that's the path to take. Just give yourself your feelings your undivided attention. Make it a point to feel good every now and then. Whenever you shrink, come towards the alignment by seeing something that feels right, by looking at something that feels good. Generate those feelings of feeling good and move in the direction of manifestation. And within no time, you will be in the knowing phase of the manifestation, and the manifestation is bound to happen. So guys, this is the manifestation technique known as move in the direction of expansion. I'll get back to you again next week with one more manifestation technique. Stay tuned and bye for now. Bye.